tap in. Let's clear the energy with some good vibes. A lot going on. I've been waiting to do this reading, and the time is now, and I'm really excited to do it. So we'll talk about that. I'll talk about that more. So we can just get started. But I just first want to say, to make it clear, I have no political affiliation with anyone or allegiances or alliances. It's discernment, discernment, discernment. So, but I must speak up for truth, justice, and freedom. And reflect that which is being suppressed. So I just want to make that clear. Yeah, a lot is going on. So I pulled out my deck. Let's just get started. I pulled out my deck and I was just gonna start shuffling my cards, and this immediately came out. Judgment. I don't know. There's this energy like of something beautiful coming, but also I don't know why the energy of something wicked this way comes. Your Generation X, you remember that movie with Jason Robards? I must need to watch that. I think I'm gonna look into watching that today, because that's the second time I've said that recently. This is the emanation Judgment, Javura. And Israfel came out in a reading, and she is the angel of song. She blows the trumpet for the endings and beginnings of things, and she also stands for heated judgment being upon, I think, all of us. I don't think there's anybody who's got all of the answers. I don't care who you are. There's a little surprise for everybody coming. And there was another card here. I have not turned it over yet. But so this is the the Oracle of Emanations, based off of the Tree of Life and the Angelarium, which is where angels reside. It's above the Tree of Life. And I have very close connection with the angels, confirmed to me through animals, through children, through people, myself. And I also just want to, before we get started, for all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my old subscribers, just to make it clear, I believe that a good tarot reader, a good oracle card reader, is kind of like, you know, a trusted friend that you confidant, or, you know, even a good therapist or counselor, someone you go to for counsel. But it is always about activating your intuition, realizing. I had someone tell me when I went to therapy for childhood SA, my therapist, who was absolutely brilliant, the work that we did in the short time was extraordinary, because when I went in there, I was ready. I had a list. I was ready. Let's do this. This is what I recognize. And I had a 2-column list on an 8x11 piece of paper. And she was amazing. And she gave me great tools, and they were effective. But one of the things that she taught me was that my sensitivity was a gift, not a curse. But it was something that needed to learn. I needed to learn how to wield, something I needed to hone, something I needed to see in a different way, so that it would stop being a burden and a curse, and I would see it as a gift. So that's what I, in her honor, and her name was Tevin, Tevyn, and she was amazing. Tevin Anderson. Yeah, she was in the city of Chicago, North Side. Works strong heavily too with like the LGBTQ community. If anybody identifies with that, she's So, because the neighborhood I lived in was the, the Mecca in Chicago. So lived and worked in that neighborhood for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? Had my toes in lots of waters. I've been an ambassador in many communities. So again, I have no allegiance to anyone though. I have allegiance to the truth, to justice, liberty, and freedom. That is my allegiance for all. Not for one, not for some, for all. For the one, for the all, for the highest good. Angels, ancestors, divine guides, spirit, the great power that holds up and creates worlds, the first source and center, the fountain of the all, the Akashic records in the great halls of wisdom. There's a cardinal outside singing in the tree right now. I don't know if you can pick it up. But yeah. Gabriel. Signs of Gabriel, signs of ancestors, signs of angels. The angel Gabriel, basically. So I just want to make those things clear. This is about you recognizing your gifts, trusting your intuition, learning the language of light, which is to me the language of when the universe is speaking to you and how the universe is speaking to you, to believe and confirm that the universe is speaking to you. So you build, it's like I'm kind of like just a personal trainer helping you to build that muscle. As I develop and that's why there's a flower, right, that unfolds. There's different levels, different folds, different flowers, different seasons, a time of rebirth, a time of growth, a time of non-growth. So this is what my channel is about. I expect people to come and go. I don't want anyone to follow me. I am just a lighthouse in the storm, in the dark. I am just a person who also is just leaving the knowledge of my journey so that it makes it easier for others to accelerate faster, to recognize, because, you got to walk the walk, So I'm leaving the nuggets of what I walked. Okay, moving forward. I just wanted to say all of that just to say, because, sometimes my channel can get a little real and a little real too uncomfortable because of all of the things that I experience as the person, the highly sensitive person, and whatever else is unfolding for me, because something is definitely unfolding for me. And I believe that's within. So I definitely believe that's also helping without. It's a lot going on, friends. And it's like, it reminds me not of the movie Poltergeist as in the storyline, but if Generation X and those who have seen Poltergeist, when Tangia sits them all down to have a conversation with them before they begin this process of getting their daughter back from the other side of the veil. She says, I want you to get a hold of yourselves. I've been saying for quite a long time that I believe we are on the precipice of an event horizon. I've been saying for a very long time that the humanity has predators. We definitely have predators. They're just cloaked, like the cheetah in the tall grass with the speed. And I don't mean to alarm anybody. There are things in this world that are very true. And again, I am kind of an ambassador. Because just as there are monsters out there in the dark, there are also monsters among our people. And there are creatures and beings in creation who have also witnessed horrific and horrible things that we have perpetrated. So we have to remember these kind of things, these kind of scars that have been left. Because, yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on, y'all. Spiritually. And politically energetically, geographically, whatever you want to say. It's a lot going on. I don't know, I feel like we need a little more light over there, but I don't think that's going to work. All right, let's get going. So we have this, but look what was on the bottom of the deck was the Angel of Rain, Material. Judgment and rain. Judgment is raining. Judgment is about to rain down. Oh, wow. You know, it's crazy. So rain, and then you have the kingdom, Malkuth, which is, this is earth, the ground, and the tree of life. This is rain down on us, endurance, flame. We're going to have to endure, we're enduring a judgment. And this, it's interesting because I was just watching something about the 3-eye Atlas and the god Atlas and how he carries the world on his back, and it made me think of this card in this deck. The emanation, the right leg. And we had the left leg, submission. I'm just gonna shuffle these real quick. Let's see, what is this one? Oh, wow. The Angel of Time. And it was just 12:12 on the clock. Wow. You know, when I was in the kitchen making my coffee for this this reading, I was getting some crazy energy that is kind of new for me, which is part of the upgrade or the advancement. So this reading has been part of back when we had those in August, when I was reporting that, you know, creation. See, I'm a cardinal water sign, so I get the first waves. Cardinal signs, Libra, Capricorn, Aries, and Cancer, you're cardinal. So the first waves that affect those signs of new energy coming in, we're the first ones. We're on the leading edge. We receive these downloads and informations first, and then, you know. And again, there was very interesting information about 3-eye Atlas being parked in front of Mars. Your Atlas is what your head sits on, the swivel of what your head sits on. This is information I've gathered. And from a young lady who was pointing some stuff out in a compilation video I was watching. And Atlas is parked in front of Mars. Mars rules over the head, you know, of the body. Also is the leader of the zodiac. 3-eye, third eye, like something cosmically is aligning. And I've been saying for a while that I think we're on the edge of an event horizon. I think a lot of these UAPs, drones, and all this other stuff are coming to see something. Like they're coming to spectate. I could be, you know, or, I mean, I can't speak for all of them, but that's what I've been saying, that we are on the event. We are on the edge of something. Let's just read Judgment so we can get an understanding of where we're at all together. Where are you, love? Where are ya? Where are ya? There you are. Wow. The fifth emanation, but I saw fifth element when I read fifth emanation. The left hand, the hand that separates. The rule of law that brings order to the world. Javura assists what is just, helping us overcome our adversaries both without and within. Hers is the power to cleave apart a unified whole and leave its component pieces. That's what it says. I don't know if that's a typo or not. It says hers is the power to cleave apart a unified whole and leave its component pieces. Probably meant in pieces. It is a trait that commands as much fear as respect, because with it comes an inherent violence. She does this without enmity. Yeah, it is an act that must be committed to create balance. The red orb exists as a boundary closed to the unworthy. The red orb, and when there's these red orbs, if you can see, or on both hands. And the thing about these cards is you really got to pay attention. There's like that red orb. Some of you might be seeing red orbs. I think red orbs are being filmed in the sky. Or there might be something about the color or the texture or the hues or certain shapes or something in this card that may be familiar, that comes as within, so without, that manifests in reality. Because that's how I end up. I love looking at these cards too, because like they just, even just that green looks like it looks like it has light, like it's glowing. These cards have a lot of magic to them, especially when you look at them in person under a magnifying glass. If you read cards, I suggest you get a magnifying glass, because it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. They're like works of art even under the magnifying glass, just the detail. The Angel of Time. And who else? It's time for connection. Wow. The Root. And then we have the Angel of Rain and the same 3 cards on the bottom. Time to water something, honey. Time to water something. So Javura's position at the center of its pillar defines that pillar's trait of severity. Her push against chesed, which is empathy, on the opposite side of the tree is met with equal and opposite resistance. Without both of them in equal measure, we have no means of maintaining healthy relationships. We must have judgment to discern what is healthy for us so that we can bring it into our lives and embrace it. The found in law, bravery, and punishment. That's interesting, because I just saw the Angel of Punishment and I stopped on that card. Law, bravery, and punishment is the energy. You remember when they used to make us pledge allegiance to the American flag? For those of us who do in every day, the beginning of first as soon as you got to school, that's how you started class. Pledging allegiance to the United States of America and to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic. But we're told it's a democracy now. But it was always a republic, for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's our root. And I feel like that's a tree that's just getting taller. We can become that, for sure. But it's we the people. So in law, bravery, punishment. That's where this energy, this emanation will be found. So if someone in you, those who have wronged will be punished. Those you have wronged, you will, whatever the punishment, the just punishment that is decided by the divine. Bravery. Choosing to be bravery, making the choice to be brave. And law. Okay. You know what bravery is. The angel of time. Well, first let's do Yesod, because we're right here. The root. This angel right here, or I mean this emanation, this is what made me actually, this is the face card for the box in the deck, and this is the card that actually made me want to buy the deck, because of this emanation right here, Yesod. There was something very familiar about it. Yeah. Something very familiar. I'll just leave it there. What else we got? So the ninth emanation, the foundation that supports the world and forms the gateway between the spiritual and the physical. Yesod is the medium. Okay, wait. So that's the gateway between the spiritual and the physical. The hand, and then the Javora is the hand that separates the rule of law that brings order to the world. Interesting. Yesod is the medium through which we experience the tree of life. Upon his shoulders rests the sky, and all that lies beyond it runs through his fingers. We stand at this doorway and peer through, seeking answers to our nature. Through the indigo orb, a gateway appears. As a single column, again, the flow of energy through the tree of life only moves downward. Yesod is the last stop before moving into the fully physical realm. He is the looking glass through which we examine ourselves. This is new life, speech, a doorway. New life, speech, a doorway. The foundation that supports the world and forms the gateway between the spiritual and the physical. Okay, so we have these two emanations. Balance of male and female. And we have the angel of time. Eternally vigilant and forever burning. Remph is the movement through space measured out with deft precision. Our footsteps upon the earth mark its passing, for we are all bound to time. One by one we tick and tock, and every life is counted. Even as those lives pass, we are all sand and seconds and moments, all fleeting. Fire burns until it doesn't. Lives are lived until they aren't. Dreams are dreamt until we wake. Remph stands by all of this, counting. What better unit of measure than the souls that pass through the tree of life into Angelarium? And this is what I have a short where I talk about ancient ancestors. Ancient ancestors have been coming up for the last year. Constantly. Ancient ancestors, ancestor contact, ancient libraries, ancient keys. The keys call you when you are ready. And I think, dear ones, there is a time where we are going to need these keys, and we are going to receive certain activations, certain guardianships, certain powers. And the veil is getting thin. We're approaching October 31st, which is what Halloween is all about. It's basically a cosmic, it's a spirit, the veils between the worlds is the thinnest on Halloween. Leading up to and the days after. So it's a good time. You know, if you're a light warrior, be a light warrior then. If you don't celebrate Halloween, that's fine. Don't celebrate Halloween, quote unquote. Go to mass. Pray all day. Do whatever you do that, you know, protects you. Meditate, or, you know, put some holy water or some holy oil on your forehead. Some, you know what I mean? Play some certain, whatever it is that you do to protect yourself. Go ahead and do it. Because that's how you know, it's a good time to contact ancestors or be ready to receive messages from ancestors, depending on where you are in the scheme of things and what you're open to. Because I know everybody's not here for the same reason. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But that's what Halloween is. And so that's where all these traditions and all of these lures and culture, and this is where they all come from a day when the veil between the worlds is thinnest. And who knows what the French toast is creeping around. Got some dragon's blood going. We got dragons awakening. Volcanoes going off. But one of the things that has awakened ancient ancestors is the enormous amount of souls of children that are being received by the spirit realm. Because it says, what better unit of measure than the souls that pass through the tree of life into the angelarium? And when the angels start seeing a bunch of children's souls are coming through the gates of Angelarium, in the state that they are coming through, in the state that they are receiving them, that sets off alarms. If you've attracted this one right here, if you've attracted this one, this is one of the busiest angels in the Angelarium. When I looked up into this angel and I studied him, that's what I found out. He is, because he's the angel of time, he's everywhere all the time. He ain't got time for nothing. And it's like, as far as like from what I understood, nobody wanted this job. Remph took this job because it is a job that keeps you busy all the time. There's no time for gatherings. There's no time to come see your brother and sister angels. There's no time for any of the celebrations, because they have them up there. They have them up there. When we make breakthroughs, I remember there was a time during the pandemic that we broke through and we were starting to like receive our ancestors. We were asking for help. We were looking for guidance. We were, and our ancestors have been through all of these kind of events, whether it be cataclysms, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, regimes. And when we started connecting and seeing the signs, and they started communicating, it was like a 3-day party up there. It was just the energy. I say up there, but it's like the frequency. You know what I'm saying? The higher frequency. Like it was just like, you're just like, oh shit, y'all partying, y'all keep it down. So if this angel is here, something serious is going on. Like if this angel is present, because he's everywhere at once. You get what I'm saying? So like, yeah, so none of the other angels wanted this job, because it's a lonely outpost. It's like being the, yeah, you got it. But what better unit of measure than the souls that pass through the life and dreams aren't dreamt? It kind of reminds me of that Sandman series on Netflix. It's like the dreams. Like there's an energetic effect being felt on the other side of the veil because of the things that are happening here on a scale that is unprecedented. It's been going on. So for the ancient ancestors that are awakening are ancient, primordial, some of them. Our star primordials are starting to stir. That's why the volcanoes are going off. Look at her fire. The red orbs. Because these children that are coming through the gates into the Angelarium are sounding war cries. There is quite something. So there's the connection between this physical and spiritual world. They want to know what is going on. I mean, they know what's going on, but Remf walks between the pillars of past and present, turning every corner and every second. Remf's movements can be seen in our own as a fulcrum between moments. His signs are a clock, a torch, and a wave. A clock, a torch, and a wave. Pay attention to all those signs that we just talked about, these two emanations, this angel, how they come into your life. All right, let's get some cards on this. What do I want to do? Who do I want to do? What do I want to do? I also have to do a video on the Crystal Kingdom. I think that's going to be next. The Crystal Kingdom has been sending messages to all of us. And when I say the Crystal Kingdom, I mean like the crystals, the huge selenite or crystal columns and deposits that are inside the earth. Ones that we could never access. Like the mainframe of Mother Earth. That Crystal Kingdom. That's what I'm getting, at least. There's a message there for us, for sure. Okay, so what do we have? What is the angel of time? What is the time? Okay. Interesting, because we have objective, and it's that same green energy that's glowing in Rem's card. And there's the Sajita? That's a constellation. Always more clues in the constellations if you look them up. Objective. Interesting. Javora is enhance. Judgment. Enhance. And that's is that Antlia? Antlia. And then Yasad is masculine and ambition. Interesting. Connection. This is the compendium of constellations, and on the bottom is rescue. Wow. Flowers require rain on the bottom of the deck with the angel of rain. Shields up and go with the flow. Stop it. Shields up. Go with the flow. And animal messengers. Not your intuition is on the bottom of the deck. Like something's going to try to persuade you to do something to get you to not trust your intuition. We have rescue, objective. So the objective, the bottom of the deck, rescue. You know, I've said it before many times on this channel that one of the things that came to my awakening was hold on one sec. Let me get a La Croix. Who watches Ab Fab? You're my family if you watch Ab Fab. It's one of the shows that helped me understand my mixedness. Being biracial, and she was like, "Don't you understand? A mixed race baby is the best accessory a woman like me could have." If you know, you know. That's one for you. You're in the right place. Haha. So the angel, the objective of a rescue is time. Haha. Remember those scenes in the movies when the hero comes in, or the hero finally stands up, or activates their full potential, or gets their power back, whatever that scene is, the rescue, the climax. The first time Daenerys Targaryen flew her dragon into battle. Somebody's getting protected. Enhance judgment. Here to enhance. To separate, to take away. Judgment here to enhance the rescue. The law. Bravery. Yep. 10 of Cups. We got more rainbow energy here. Enhance. The family, the people. We have the... Oh, wow. Oh, we got 7 of Pentacles. I got like the Reaper. And the Empress on the bottom of the deck. The 7 of Pentacles upside down. Yeah, somebody's definitely getting judged. And the Queen of Cups. All for connection with the masculine ambition. Look at that. The mother energy. The Queen of Cups. Empathy. The Queen of Cups is the on the opposite side, the resistant, of balance. That's just said. Empathy. And you got the Queen of Cups. Connection. Intuitive ability, gifts. Go with the flow, shields up. See, the people out there that know they're protected, you know you've lived, you've fallen on your face, you've transgressed against people, but you never had an evilness about you. You never had a dark heart. You never tried or intentionally tried to hurt or take from someone else. And we got the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Sword of Judgment. With the 4 of Swords and the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's a judgment that's raining down, that's about to rain down on earth. Yeah, balance. Javora, where we started, balance on the bottom of the deck. Release. We are about to be released. I feel that we're about to be released from some of these predators, these vampires, those that keep us separated and divided. I'm drinking a black raspberry La Croix. Delicious. That might be a confirmation for somebody. And the 27 is a 9. And Yesod was the 9th emanation. Release. What else we got? Give me something. I think that a lot of you have, either you yourself or you know people who are around you who are very sensitive, because there's going to be deception. This is why discernment is important. There's going to be deception. There's going to be lies. There's going to be all kinds of things going. So that's why I was bringing up the movie Poltergeist when Tangia said, get a hold of yourselves now. Just be ready for anything. I don't have all the answers either. That's what the Angel of Mysteries that visited me is about. Yeah, we got Ancient Library. That's what it is. Ancient Library. Ooh. I just saw the next 3 days. Yeah. There's a lot of light. It's been a lot of solar light coming in, and I think there's more on the way. So if you're tired, it's because you're processing a lot of light, processing a lot of sunlight. One thing that I know that seems to help me, because I actually have a sensitivity to the higher light waves, so I read things too on the light. So I'm grateful for that sensitivity. But activating as much melanin as you can. If you're a light-skinned person or a dark-skinned person, dealing with the solar storms and the solar light, being the darker you are, the easier it is for you to deal with these storms. I can go from the lightest of brown to the darkest. And pretty fast I can tan. So I know how it is. So chlorophyll, cracked chlorella. I'm not a doctor, but these are things that help me. Cracked chlorella, because it has chlorophyll and all those green stuff in. Those are good for you. But chlorophyll is great for all kinds of things in general. Lots of green energy too. I'm really concerned about this angel of rain though. Matariel's been coming up a lot the last 6 months. But peppermint tea too for like headaches and stuff like that. Especially Aries. I'm gonna do a whole series on that. The zodiacs and what part of the head you rule over, the animals that you rule, like Cancers rule over shell creatures. Aries rule over sheep, but especially rams. So they're leaders. Aries are leaders, and they rule over the head. Cancers rule over the breasts. Goes on and on. So we're gonna do a whole thing on that. Focus on the solution. Chakra blockage. Focus on the solution. The sign. 333. The next 3 days, the sign 333. It's okay to rest. Ancient Library. Yeah, we're receiving. So spending time to just doing deep breathing. knowing that these solar rays, I've also done something else on my channel. Gosh, another 45-minute reading. Holy cow. I did something else on my channel under the shorts about the solar storms and the KP health index and how these solar storms actually affect us. Why? Pay attention. People, nurses, law enforcement, customer service people, hospitality, full moons, solar storms, together or separate, and or. Because if you got a solar storm, you got a full moon, that full moon is going to be crazy. The police stations fill up, car accidents increase, cognitive dissonance is one of the symptoms of, not cognitive dissonance, cognitive diminution. That's what it is. Cognitive diminution, which means the sunlight, the radiation is making you think and move slower, which is why car accidents increase during solar storms. And then you have full moons too. The jails, the emergency rooms, car accidents increase because of these things that are happening. And I know this because of my sensitivity to this light. I've discovered through my research and my own experience during solar storms. These are the things I found. So again, I'm sharing the information and the knowledge with you. The sun is affecting us in more ways than one. And if you don't like going out in the sun, or you have very, very fair skin, you need to be taking your vitamin D. Check with your doctor. Well, make sure you got a good doctor. But do your own research. Vitamin D, the sun. That's why people in the wintertime get so emotionally depressed and sometimes end up taking their own lives. Why? Because the vitamin D, they're not getting it from the sun, and they're not getting any of it. And so it's very hard. Vitamin D is very important. Magnesium is what is very good too. Helps. Anywho, I'm done. I think I'm going to close this reading, but just go with the flow. But there's some kind of rescue happening. We have the 10 of Cups, which is, it's time, the objective, the angel. This is happiness. This is rainbow. This is peace on earth. This is something, I think something good is coming our way. Maybe there's a battle coming. Animal messenger. Who's the animal? Let's do the animal messenger. I still got to do one for the fish too, because something amazing happened with the fish. That lion looks really sad. We were just talking about solar energy, and we have the lion. Courage, strength, healing, protection, life energy. It has also been associated with the sun, a symbol of heroism and the source of life and energy. And the lion symbolizes courage, nobility, and good luck. In medieval times, the image of a lion was a symbol of healing, and it could cure any disease as well as protect a traveler from harm. This is our animal messenger. The sun, the lion. Y'all, 10 of Cups is love, joy, harmony, peace, abundance. I just sense an energy in the air, y'all. A Master Jesus energy. I sense something that is going to show up to connect with us. To release. Separate, rescue, connect with us. It's time for this connection. I don't think that everyone is going to make it. Oh, wow. Okay, so listen, ancestor contact, ancient ancestor. Oh, I just got, I don't even know, I wouldn't even call it goosebumps. I don't even know what to call this energy that I've been picking up now. These are my new activated gifts. All right, so let's tell the story. 52 minutes, Lord. I used to have recurring dreams that I used to, all right, let me back up. The Hopi there's an ancient Hopi prophecy that the earth is going through change, is going to go through her own transformation and change. And those of us 10 of Cups people who have no issue living and letting others live and be who they are. Those who want to live in a human family. The objective of peace and love and joy, liberty, truth, justice, safety for all of us. Those people in the Hopi prophecy would be lifted off the earth in an ark. And those who are about war, profit, business, money, destruction, power, control, dominance, deception, lies, distortion, washing of histories, washing of peoples, genocides and holocausts, you will be left here as Mama Earth goes through her upgraded transformation. And the Hopi prophecy is that those people that are taken on, maybe that's what happened to the Hopi. Maybe they were taken off the earth before the great mud flood, before the last cataclysm. I've had many dreams where I've helped people either escape from the planet on arcs, through portals. Sometimes I'm wearing like a uniform and I have a spaceship and I'm ready. It's like I had the same recurring dream. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. The earth, it's time to go. One time, like, the streets started opening up. And it was like red, it was like red glow. And it was like, it's time to go. It's time to get on the ship. It's time to go through the portal. It's time to go. And when I started questioning why I was having, it wasn't until I was like, why do I keep dreaming about this? Because it wasn't like every night, but it was like a recurring dream, and it was very intense and very like authentic. Not like one of those abstract weird dreams where your mind is trying to work out your day's events and feelings and emotions subconsciously in pictures and people throughout your life that you've identified certain aspects or adjectives with, descriptives or energies with. No, this is like a reliving. This is like either a foreshadow or a memory. You understand what I mean? And that's another reason why I do this channel, is to help others really start to resonate, understand, and believe in the things that you are experiencing and the things that you are that you are gifted. But and so that's the Hopi prophecy, and I had the dreams, and it just seems like, something is definitely going on. But I think that the good people of this earth, but shields up. We definitely have to be cautious what we are putting out into the world and what we are also not allowing in. That's what the shields up. Protecting our energy, protecting ourselves. We have message in a dream. Yep. Message in a dream. So that's that chosen. Maybe that's what's coming to Earth. Maybe it's the arcs. See, because the Project Blue Dream, Project Blue Dream, Lord have mercy, Project Blue Beam could also just be a decoy deception. Like, this is why discernment is going to have to be really important. And you have discernment, people, you have people that you trust, you have people that have gifts and abilities. That's what we're going to have to rely on. We're going to have to really be careful, because clearly there's some kind of rescue trying to come in. There's some kind of divine assistance and divine guidance. And I'm sure the other side is aware too. Our enemies, those who would like to keep us where we can be the energy source we are. So I'm sure they know about this too. I'm sure this ain't no news flash to them. So what I'm saying is we have to use our discernment, because these fools are going to try to keep us right where we are. But with the enhance and Javora, it's something like we're getting some kind of enhanced assistance. So that's why they're asking that's why there's this energy of bravery. This energy of being brave. That's why I wanted to bring up the poll, like, get a hold of yourselves now. You might even want to Google that speech. It's very intense. Like, that movie was a very intense movie, Poltergeist. And the speech that she gives is it's probably one of the best ever written, especially for a horror movie. But it's very fitting for what's happening now. I might even post it on my channel. So, Queen of Cups, we have... Yeah, so stay in tune. Be easy. We have go with the flow. And be easy is on the bottom of the deck. Go with the flow. Make sure you're resting. Drinking plenty of water. Try to eat as clean as you can right now, because it's a lot. We really need to stay. It's a lot going on right now. We all need to stay as sober as possible. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Clean-headed, clear-headed, rested, and as sober as possible. I would also just, I don't know, friends. It's a lot. It's a lot happening. Message in a dream. Yeah, the moon's been full. Judgment has been released. I don't know, honey. Someone's on their way to deliver this judgment. And those who are chosen, this isn't about being some perfect saint. This is about those people who are soulless, who are committing crimes against humanity, who are lying and deceiving the mass population, which is causing this connection is being made because the ambition of a very masculine, dominant energy. So love and compassion is being sent to us, protection as well. So it's just time for it's time for the showdown. But the chosen ones, those who have been chosen, who have stayed golden, who haven't allowed this place to turn the innocent people, the good people, the salt of the earth people, you're going to be all right. I don't think we're the ones that are going to be answering to this judgment. But again, we'll see. We all have to take accountability for our transgressions. No one here is perfect. Not me. But that's not what it's about. It's about those who are committing crimes against humanity, crimes against Mother Earth. Now, if you don't think that has... You all don't even know. Mother Earth might have called these mofos on us. Okay, so this is... All right. This is the last thing. I'm glad I laughed. So, one of the angels that visited me... Yeah, beautiful. A new seed is coming. Something beautiful is coming our way. But it's going to be intense. That's why I say get a hold of yourselves. It's going to be very... the angel of truth, Phanuel, which is only found... He's only found from what I've looked up about him in the Book of Enoch. And he guards the threshold to God's throne. He casts out punishment because he's the angel of truth. So he holds all the truth, the flame of truth. And he also casts out demons. Phanuel. And I saw him. He appeared to me with an orb, as an orb. And then this blue realm, it was an orb with a blue emanation around him, like a blue border, just like kind of like this. But it was a glowing hot white orb. It's interesting, there's been a lot of blue flame activation, blue flames, blue energy, and then we have this project blue beam, and the 5G. But what do you see? Even this way, in the background, what do you see? I saw it and I was like, could it be? And this is another angel. When I look at his garments under the magnifying glass, like it's almost like they're glowing, like they have their own light. You can't really tell right here, but like the colors and the detail is so amazing. Like the fabric almost looks real, but you can't really tell right here. I'm gonna get it so that we can get some really good images of the cards and their detail. And it's interesting, he's doing the mudra. What mudra is that? Looks like the thumb and the second finger. But the angel of truth, Phanuel, they're here to rescue us from all these lies. And then this was Israfel, the angel of song. The angels of sunsets and sunrises, the ending, the sweet song of a song, sound of a warm, sweet song of something ending. So the angel of vision, the angel of mystery has also visited me. Israfel has visited me. Something is coming to an end and something is beginning. But it's time. Time to activate the chosen ones.